don't know you guys before we met. Likelihood, won't know you guys when we leave. What's important, my family or you guys?
Oh, that You're all over the beach, man.
I'll move it.
Ball! God, this camp has fallen down in its levels of hygiene to its lowest of the low.
Hopefully, that'll be the last we've seen of that.
For the last week, the islanders have been surviving on little more than a handful of fish, coconuts and Morag and Irene's winkle broth.
I am absolutely starving. Pretty much 7 days with 3 scoops of fish and a couple of coconuts. All I've got on my mind is full fat coke and a greasy Nando's.
I really hope we don't come across a that Ben has done.
The 2 oldest members of the group, Morag and Irene, are the only islanders not to have found any money themselves, whilst Marco and Ivar are keeping hold of their share of £35,000.
The more I think about Ivar and Marco lying next to us with 17.5 grand in their bloody bank accounts or pockets, and we're feeding them and giving them broth, and I just think you've got bloody £17,500 of our group money, and I just think how selfish. And Ivar, he's Lord Mountbatten, for God's sake. I think people would describe me as certainly not boring. My parents are both artists and art teachers, so it was a fairly liberal, bohemian upbringing in Camden in the 1970s. The money in my life has been very up and down. When I was younger, I was a single mum living in a council flat. It was hard. Now, I'm a property manager with my husband. We've got a portfolio of houses that we rent out to tenants. I would like there to be loads of money on the island. Right here, guys. The more I think about it, the more interested I am in thinking of ways I would spend it. Cheers, my dears.
Good luck. Oh, there's one. Got it. Ha, ha, ha.
Well, Marco's got a handful, I've got a handful. Just wash them off and put them in the pot. There we go.
Ivar, I just feel we've all been sharing everything. We've all been sharing winkles, sprats, coconuts. And then when I was lying in bed this morning, I thought, I'm lying next to people who've got £17,500.
Ultimately, I care about my family before you guys, sorry. We've all come together, don't know you guys before we met. Likelihood, won't know you guys when we leave. What's important, my family or you guys? Marco and I would survive really happily on our own. We were out there getting all these sprats, which we're sharing with you.
Oh, come on. Hell, eat your sprats. Do you know what? I don't want a sprat. I don't want a sprat.
But listen, stop it. Just sit down and don't be so juvenile. You're the one that started this. I'm just telling you the facts of life.
Do you know what? I'm glad I don't live in your world, then. Do you believe that living like that, haul up the ladder, Jack, I'm all right, the others, I'm all right?
It's not I'm all right. We're working for it, aren't we? We haven't sat on our asses and the money just come and fall in our laps, has it?
We've all been working in our own little ways.
Great.
But you were lucky.
Yeah, you know, life is luck. There's always haves and there's always have-nots. And that's life.
Tosser.
It's like a little microcosm of what goes on in the real world. Yeah, the haves have generally because they work for it. And if you're going to take it away from them, and they're not going to be incentivized to do anything, and yet the haves are the ones that pay the taxes, that pay the have-nots. Silly old champagne socialist.
Shut up. And I love you, Ivar.
love you.
I love you as well.
I'm going to wind you up something wrong for the next couple of 2 weeks.
And I will eat one of your sprats. Even if it chokes her.